Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a foundational tech topic that honestly trips up even seasoned professionals, and that's the difference between storage and databases. As businesses get more and more digital, you hear these terms tossed around all the time, right? Data warehouse, cloud storage, database, people use them interchangeably. But here's the truth. While they both deal with data, they serve completely different purposes in your digital infrastructure. So today, we're going to clear up that confusion once and for all. We'll break down the core differences, look at their unique strengths, and figure out exactly when you should be using each one.
All right, here's our game plan for today. We'll kick things off with a super simple metaphor, the warehouse versus the filing system. From there, we'll explore the different types of digital storage, dive into the true power of databases, and then pit them head-to-head in a feature showdown. Finally, we'll see how they actually work together in the real world and wrap up with some crucial best practices.
Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, Warehouse versus Filing System.
Picture this for a second. Imagine you're building a house. Storage is essentially your massive, sprawling warehouse where you keep all your raw building materials. You've got giant piles of wood, bricks, cement. It's basically just built to hold a ton of stuff safely out of the rain. A database, on the other hand, is like the highly organized, meticulous filing system sitting inside your office. It's where your blueprints, contractor schedules, and permits are all perfectly linked together, so you can instantly grab exactly what you need exactly when you need it.
So breaking that down, storage is exactly that, a giant digital warehouse system used to save files for future use. We're talking your documents, images, videos, PDFs, system backups, even source code. The big takeaway here is that storage is purely focused on keeping data safe. It remembers where a file is located on a disk, sure, but it has absolutely no idea what's actually inside that file or how it relates to anything else.
Moving right along to Section 2, Exploring Digital Storage Types. You've basically got four main flavors of storage. First step is local storage. Think of your standard hard drives, SSDs, or USB sticks. They're super fast, you don't need internet, but capacity is limited and, well, if you drop it, you're out of luck. Next is network-attached storage, or NAS, which is awesome for sharing files around an office on a local network. But the really exciting stuff, the backbone of modern apps, is in the bottom two. Cloud storage, like Amazon S3 or Dropbox, gives you practically unlimited capacity anywhere in the world. And finally, object storage, which is custom-built for massive amounts of unstructured data, like AI training sets or huge media libraries.
All right, Section 3, the power of databases.
Now, a database is a whole different beast. It's a highly organized system designed to do a lot more than just hold things. It efficiently stores, manages, retrieves, updates, and analyzes structured information. And the absolutely crucial word there is relationships. Unlike that dumb storage warehouse we talked about, databases understand how data connects. If you have a list of customers and a list of orders, the database actually knows that customer Alice belongs to order 1001. And because it understands those relationships, you get incredibly powerful searching, reporting, and updating capabilities.
Databases generally fall into two main camps. First, you've got your relational, or SQL databases, like Postgres or MySQL. These are the strict organizers. They force data into very rigid tables with predefined rules. And honestly, they are the absolute best choice when you need perfect data integrity. Think banking or accounting software. On the flip side, we have NoSQL databases, like MongoDB. These kind of throw out the rigid tables to give you modern flexibility and massive scalability. They're perfect for fast-moving stuff like social media feeds, gaming, or real-time AI apps.
Which brings us to Section 4, the ultimate feature showdown.
Let's actually put these two head-to-head. So, primary purpose. Storage is just to store files, your media, your backups. Databases store structured records. Organizationally, storage uses basic file systems, while databases use tables or complex documents. Do they understand relationships or handle complex transactions? For storage, no way. For databases, absolutely yes. But take a look at that typical size row at the bottom. Storage scales massively, routinely handling gigabytes up to literal petabytes of data. Databases, because they're so highly optimized for speed and structure, are usually sitting in the megabytes to terabytes range.
And what about security? Well, both take keeping your data safe very seriously, right? They both offer excellent encryption, but they go about it in totally different ways. Storage security is pretty broad. It focuses on overall file permissions, automated backups, and versioning. Databases give you incredibly granular control. We're talking user authentication, role-based access, detailed audit logs of who changed what at what millisecond, and even row-level security. That means a user could be allowed to read one specific row of a table, but be securely blocked from even seeing the row right beneath it.
Okay,
Section 5. Real-world synergy in action.
Let's see how these systems actually play nice together in the real world. Imagine you're on an e-commerce app. Step 1, you upload a new profile photo. Step 2, the application takes that heavy, unstructured image file and instantly sends it to be saved safely in massive cloud storage. Step 3, the app goes to the database and stores just the lightweight metadata, your customer ID, the exact URL of where that image lives in the cloud, and the date you uploaded it. Later, when someone loads your profile, the app asks the database for the location and then bam, instantly pulls the file from storage.
Now, if you're a really inquisitive tech thinker, you might be looking at that workflow and wondering, wait a second, why overcomplicate it? Why not just shove that image directly right into the database alongside the customer's name?
And it's a totally fair question. Technically, a lot of databases can store binary files. But trust me on this, doing it for large media is a massive architectural mistake. Storing files in your database rapidly inflates its size. That leads to agonizingly slow backups and way longer query times because the database has to churn through heavy image data just to find a simple text record. Plus, it spikes your costs and makes replicating your database a nightmare. It's literally like using a high-end sports car to haul wet concrete. Just don't do it.
So it all comes down to application. Think about a video streaming platform. When you log in on a Friday night, you are interacting with both of these systems simultaneously. The storage warehouse is holding all the massive, heavy files, the 4K movies, the TV shows, the thumbnails, the subtitle tracks. Meanwhile, the database is doing the heavy intellectual lifting, verifying your user account, tracking your exact watch history, calculating your personalized recommendations, and making sure your subscription is paid up. Heavy media in the warehouse, structured logic in the filing system.
Let's wrap this up with Section 6, Best Practices and Takeaways. If you want to build systems that scale without breaking the bank, here are the golden rules. Always store your large, unstructured files in object or cloud storage. Always store your file metadata and those reference URLs in your database. Make sure you're encrypting sensitive data across both systems for sure. And crucially, remember to monitor them separately. You monitor storage for capacity, but you monitor databases for query speed and performance. If you separate these concerns from day one, your system is going to scale effortlessly. If you take away just one thing from today, let it be this. Storage and databases are complementary technologies, not competing solutions. Building great software isn't about choosing one over the other. It's about recognizing their distinct strengths. Storage is amazing at keeping massive files safe and accessible. Databases are amazing at organizing and querying structured info with lightning speed. When you let them do what they do best together, you get incredibly fast, reliable, and cost-effective software.
Which leaves me with one final question for you to chew on. Is your data currently in the right place to help your business grow? Take a hard look at your own digital infrastructure. Are you accidentally stuffing warehouses into your filing cabinets? Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep optimizing, and I'll catch you in the next one.